So let us start the practice for achieving well-being and overcoming our pain. The well-being simply means that we achieve that wellness from the center of our being. That is the simple one. So close your eyes, be comfortable in any position. What it means by we achieve wellness from the center of our being. And this center is the self. And this self manifests, or you can say manifest as I. That I creates the personal reality. So if my personal reality is based on what is changing in my life, I will always have problem. Why it is so? The personal reality looks at little pain and it moves into fear. It enjoys the pleasure, it clings to it, but the pleasure changes. So the entire journey of this program is to change. Change the personal reality and shift it to the center of the being. The moment we shift it to the center of the being, what happens? It changes the brain, attitude, value, behavior, our responses changes. And when they change, they drop the anxiety or stress or pain or suffering. That is the exact journey. Where do we start? By self-awareness. But then what is the first step of self-awareness? And that is the first step is being comfortable, carefree and casual. It is the state of passivity. And how we do it? Without any effort. Look at the neck joint and adjust in a line. So when you adjust in a line, you are constantly aware of it. Look at the shoulder joints and feel the sensation there. Become aware. Wrist joint. Feel the sensation and become aware. Hip joints. Feel the sensation and become aware. So again, look at it, what I'm saying. You're looking at the knee joint. Who is looking? The mind. When it is looking in awareness and attention, it feels the sensation. When you feel the sensation, you are aware of the body, and that prevents the subconscious and the unconscious mind to enter. Then ankle joints. You feel the sensation and become aware. So look at the entire body again. There are three factors to be understood as a conscious experience. The first is being comfortable. So this being comfortable normally comes from the center of our being. Then we also look at it. Many thoughts from the past and the present and the future pops up. So there we need to be carefree. So that is what I say, that you are comfortable at a physical level, and then we simply become aware in order to be carefree at the thinker level. So thoughts pops up, it's okay, let it pop up. The same thing happens in the world, that is in flux. It constantly changes. So let the thought come and go. Let everything outside and inside your mind continue the way it is. We don't poke our nose there. So that creates a kind of awareness that separates you from the thought from the beginning. And when it does from the beginning, this is a wonderful step. And then be casual. Now look at being casual is a notice to the conditioned mind that is running that is always running on thoughts, on feeling, on sensations, on future, on past, on memories, and it creates an action, and we say we are not doing anything. We say we are not doing anything. You see that if a small child is doing something which he is not able to do it, and the parents come, they say, okay, hold on, stop, let me do it. That attitude. So that father, that parent is deep inside, at the center of the being. So in this moment you leave everything there. You leave everything on it. This not only helps your mind to realize and discover that there is a state deep within, different and separate from the problems and the pain and the suffering that we have outside. By default, we separate pain and the suffering of neighbors from us. Same way, we separate the suffering in our lives. If just a minute, just a few awareness, we have yet to treat the path. So what is your conscious experience? It is the state of passivity. You feel the sensation. There is a sense of relaxation, stillness, no hurry. In that state, the real journey begins. When we say mindfulness is doing nothing, and we are in that state of passivity, then we discover the power of doing nothing. And now we move to the second step, layer by layer. Understanding the outermost layer. The outermost layer is the word. And this word reflects in our mind through the name and the form. Name, form. It reflects in our mind through the past, present, future. It reflects in our mind through the events, conditions. Just become aware. If there is no word outside, there is no name in the form, there is no past, present, and the future, and there are no events, conditions. When they are not there, then what happens? There is no likes and dislikes. When there are no dislikes and dislikes, there is no pain and the pleasure. There is nothing to win, not to lose. And that was our state. That was our state of mind in childhood. How to do it to return to that state of spontaneity poses a big question in our mind. Masters teach us. First, the world is subjected to change. Second, we cannot change the world. But we can change our response. We can change our response, our relationship to the external world. So we get some clue to this step. And what is that clue? Just remain in the state of being comfortable, casual, and carefree, with awareness and attention. You watch, observe whatever comes to the mind. Like standing across a road, watching the traffic, not affected by it. Whether the trailer comes or the car or bicycle or anything comes and goes, people, you're simply watching. They're separate from us. But the problem arises that we still get carried away by a thought. Carried away by a thought that arouses feeling, takes us to the past or the future, and then creates a reaction. What should we do at that moment? It is not the question of doing something. It is looking. Looking at the mind which is paying more attention, to the things in the world. You simply shift your attention inside or maybe you shift your awareness and attention inside on peace and happiness, or simply looking inside with awareness and attention what you're doing for the sake of doing, even though it is not doing. Now what is important for the mind? Peace and happiness. What is important for the mind is the peace and happiness, and then it is aware that it is inside. Then what happens? Thought pops up. And you naturally shift and delete. That we do in computer. Naturally. Why? Our awareness and attention is on the peace. So it is the shifting. You're looking at two people. By default, your attention is drawn on one person you know for years. And suddenly you realize your mind may be biased. You separate yourself from both, and you're listening to both of them. Done. That is what conveys the idea of doing nothing. But this comes in very advanced stages. In the beginning, we need to do, and you are already there. So once we have separated, not separated, but we witness. What we witness, that our personal reality is not what the word of change, of pain, pleasure, likes, dislikes, winning, losing. Nothing, there is nothing like this. That is a part of the world. That is not my life. Then what should be our natural third step? Who establishes a relationship between the world outside and the world within. It is our physical body. And the physical body is our unconscious mind. The unconscious mind has all unconscious mind in one way is the entire universe with all its impressions, etc. What should we do? Question comes, what should we do with this? There are many ways. One of the way is to induce or awaken to the deeper experience of relaxation, stillness, that leads to resilience and awakening that we are not the body. One, that awakening. Second awakening, that we move the body. Body does not move us. But this has to come in the state of awareness and attention, not by doing. Comes when the mind lives within with awareness and attention. The higher the practice is, the simpler it is. The higher the practice, the simpler it is. And the simpler it is doing nothing. So this step brings our awareness and attention again on the body. Look at the head and the neck. Look at the head and the neck. You see that in that state, in this state now, our perception changes. And we experience sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Sometimes the thinker pops up, oh no, I've been doing it for long, let me return. No, we hold back. That, this perception starts dropping the wrong notion. The wrong notion of I am the body. Body rules me. Normally, the body rules me in cases of any problem or the pain and the suffering. So there is a perception, there is an awareness. What? I am not the body. So now all these practices have more to do with intelligence, where thinker is not. Look at the left arm. Simply look, feel, experience sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Look at the rib cage. Mind has a tendency to go outward. So we simply ask, come on, be aware of the rib cage. Just be there. So when you are there, conscious experience of sensation, relaxation, and the stillness is the result. Look at the belly. Sensation, relaxation, and the stillness is there. Look at the right leg. Sensation, relaxation, and the stillness is there. Left leg. Sensation, relaxation, and the stillness is there. The entire body. Now you are looking casually, naturally. That is our right perception. Previously, just before the practice, you were also looking at the same body. Looking at the same body, but perception was different. And that is a conscious experience, a realization. We have not to change the world. We have to change ourselves. But then again, changing ourselves, the conditioned mind says, oh, I have to do a lot of work. And then it tries to escape, questions, thinks a lot. And here the teacher says, do nothing, don't think too much. What is required? Practice. Only when we so-called we practice the non-practice, the mind begins living within. The right perception awakens. We realize that I am neither the world outside nor the body. What happens? The mind remains within. And that fires the brain to rewire it. For the sake of language, for the sake of the mind, natural question arises in the mind. Where is that? What should I do next? Those who advance very deep if I say so, they instantly realize what? We are not doing anything. This question doesn't exist. But those who are advancing, those who are progressing, the question arises. And that question leads us to the next step. The masters have shown thousands of steps. Thousands of steps. We can pick up any one of them, and that is what I do. I pick up the step based on your personality, your attitude, your problems, your suffering. Let us, even though it is not the step, but let it be a step for the sake of mental understanding. Do nothing. Yes, that is the step. So when I say do nothing, that I drops. Which triggers reactions, which picks up likes and dislikes. But when I is not there, emptiness remains. You are already there. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right palm, your awareness on the left palm. Bring your both the palms on your eyes, open the eyes inside, know your experiences. Look at this for 40 minutes. You were totally in the state of the stillness, calmness, in the state of the doing nothing. That gives you a very rich and deeper experiences. Bring the palms down. Let us share. So let us start the practice for achieving well-being and overcoming our pain.